welcome to episode 142, you said?
Of Anime and Us.
Of Anime and Us. I'm TJ.
And I'm Shawn.
And this is the review show that reviews anime from A to Z. Sort of.
Alright guys, last regular episode, we spun the wheel and got,
Good luck.
The Melancholy... That didn't help at all. I think it's the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Sure.
I don't know if that was that. Oh, wait, there, Melancholy. Yeah, I said it right. Anyway, that's it. That's what we got. It is produced, or let's see. 1 second. I'm trying to do a different thing on like a different.
Yeah, you're probably going to need the writer from the actual anime.
Okay, so written by. Wow. 1 second. I think I might need to do the beginning part. So it was originally written by, as a light novel series, by Nagaru Tanigawa. And then it had a couple mangas. You get shit about any of that. And then the anime. Now, what's interesting about the anime is it originally aired April 2006 to July 2006, but only has 14 episodes. And then they rebroadcast it on April 2009 to October 2009 with 28 episodes, so an extra 14 episodes. Mm-hmm. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. So it was supposed to end, I think, right before that summer arc.
So, I was going to save this, but the episode order we watched wasn't the episode order.
No! Are you serious?
It wasn't the right order. They uploaded it wrong.
I mean, how is it mixed up?
So, you know how the whole ending of it was them leading up to the movie?
Yeah.
Well, all that was supposed to be before the actual movie episode that they showed us before it went.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
It was supposed to air like that. And the last episode is technically that episode where they send him to go pick up that air conditioner, and it's just them, that one girl sitting in a room for most of the episode. That was technically the season finale. I guess they uploaded it like that because the season finale we got seemed like a better season finale.
Yeah, it definitely felt like a better season finale. But maybe on the rebroadcast, that's how it was done.
Maybe, but it was definitely not the episode order.
But that wouldn't. So for the final episode on what we watched being on the rebroadcast would make sense, being switched around like that, but not the movie being switched around. That doesn't make any sense the way it is.
Yeah, no, because if for some reason
I just thought it was random bullshit.
We got all the stuff in the we got the movie before we got the making of the movie, which is all the making of the movie was supposed to come first.
Yeah, that definitely should have been aired that way.
Yes,
whatever. At the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. The premise.
You can go into the premise.
A boy, Keon. I don't know. Very average boy, pretty typical for an antagonist.
Yeah, he's the normal person in this.
Yeah, he's just a normal dude. The whole show is pretty much narrated by him.
Yeah, I thought I was
internal monologue.
I thought I was gonna get annoyed by that, and I did at first, and then I got used to it.
Not only did I get used to it, but it was one of the better parts of the show.
Yeah, so I mean,
and there's not a lot of good parts of the show, in my opinion. Anyway, premise.
I'm gonna just say now we're gonna have a difference in opinions on this one,
maybe
because. Like, there were a really bad part of this anime, but there was a lot of stuff that I liked, too.
Yeah, so do I. But we'll get to it. Okay. Premise, he's a normal kid, starting high school. Like, were they starting high school? Or I don't know. They were, whatever. They
started in high school, I think. It's freshman year.
And he's sitting in front of this girl who's nuts. Her first day of school, she announces, hey, if you're an alien, if you're this or that, whatever supernatural thing.
Esper or
Time Traveler. Come to me after school or whatever, and we can not make a club because that didn't come up till later, but like we can get together.
Yeah,
and she's just nuts.
Yes. Well,
she's narcissistic, and the only thing that matters is what she wants to do. Who cares about anyone else?
Yeah,
she'll physically, mentally, verbally, sexually abuse people to get what she wants, even if it's menial.
Yep,
she's a piece of shit.
She sure is,
and that's it. That's kind of the premise. Where, well, not really. They end up making a club together, looking for these people and looking for supernatural events. And the other members of the club are the Esper, the Time Traveler, and the alien robot thing.
Yeah. Yep.
So the whole show is her not knowing that they're supernatural all around her, but constantly looking for it and never finding it.
Essentially. Because she's some kind of mystical god or something.
According to the Esper.
Yeah, according to the Esper, but at least that's his theory on it. We don't actually. The whole show has this premise that she's some kind of super being
that she creates things through her force of will and want.
Everything she wants happens, essentially.
Whether it's a good thing, never is. Or a bad thing, always is.
Right. So she wants these things to happen. And that's all we really get on it.
Yeah, and that's the big flaw of the show is there's never an arc of her finding out and then her dealing with it.
The biggest...
And also watching her accept it and deal with these things.
I would argue the biggest flaw of the show is that there is no overarching connected
But that would be it, right? If was... And we're kind of on the same page with that a little bit.
Yeah, but it would, you're narrowing it down to what it should be. I'm arguing that there needs to be...
You're right.
Even if there was something more that wasn't that was connected to the overall plot, it would have been better.
Yeah, yes.
But there is just nothing there. And
it's just daily episodic episodes of
sometimes
one episode something happens, next episode something happens, and then there's a couple chains, 2 or 3 times.
There's a couple chains. There's a couple different story arcs. And then every 4th or 5th episode, something like wild happens. It's like, okay, but then that wild thing that happens never comes back.
It doesn't matter the next episode. It's dumb. It's so bad. Like, there's a lot of promise, and like, the comedy lands quite often.
It does.
Surprisingly. And I think that's because of his internal monologue. But other than that, it's like, you got a good premise of like wild shit happening, but nothing ever happens.
But like, just for an instance, the first 3 episodes we actually watched together. We don't even normally do 2, but we're like...
At the end of the second one, it's like, I kind of want to watch another one.
Yeah. And so we watched the 3rd one, and then we were like, oh, I guess this is what's going to be. And then the 4th episode, I'm assuming we'll watch together, and then that 4th episode, when that girl tries to murder him out of nowhere, it's like, it's like, what am I watching about? And what the hell is...
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it's just because there was another alien girl who just wants something to change, and then she pulls out a knife and tries to murder him, and then like an alternate reality. I was like, okay, show.
It was a huge tone shift. And mainly just for that one episode.
And that's it, because it never goes back to that tone.
Nope. I mean, there is danger at other times, but like not like that.
And then after that, it spins its wheels for like 3 episodes with nothing happening.
Oh my god.
And then we get the Esper story where he's in an alternate reality killing giant light monsters and stuff like that.
And then there's like the alternate dimension dome thing where if it happens inside that dome, it doesn't happen in real life. Of course. Now,
the standout episodes for me in this one was the time loop.
For me, it's the opposite. I couldn't watch them. They were so fucking boring. For me, I don't have a standout episode. It's just his inner dialogue and his humor is what stood out to me.
I knew you were going to say that about it. And I felt the same way. But I'm going to explain why it changed my opinion on it. Because, like, so I'm watching these episodes, and I stopped at that summer episode, the very first one. And I'm like, okay. And then I went back the next day, and then it's like, episode again? So I skimmed through, and I was like, there's different scenes. So I went back.
There's like 5 episodes or so where they're all the same. There's mostly the same.
8 episodes.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
There's 8. So I went back, and I was like, okay, so I guess we're doing this. And, first episode, like, okay, I get it, Joe. And then I figured the 3rd episode, and then they went into the 4th. And I'm like,
the 5th.
And I'm like, but like at the 4th and 4th and 5th, and I'm like, I know this information, show. Why you keep showing me the same stuff?
Jump in the shark.
But I started to notice that the scenes were a little different. That the shots were different. That the characters were in different clothing. That the characters said things slightly different. So, yeah, they're repeating the same episode, but they weren't cheaping out on it.
That's fair. I mean, it's still going to be cheaper than making a whole different episode.
True. But I was still getting frustrated, especially when they kept telling me the same information about the time loop over and over again. And by 6th episode, I'm freaking out. It's like, come on.
Is this just going to be the rest of the show?
And then, when it hit 7th episode, I was like, oh, I get you, show. I'm in the fucking time loop.
I get it. Don't care.
I get it. And then I was like, okay, show, you're not going to break me. Let's do it.
No, they broke me on the second one. I stopped watching and skipped.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. And I know you told me not to. I chose not to read that text. I left it on read. I watched the last episode. I watched the first 2 of the summer episodes.
No, you really need to watch all 8 in order to
get it. That's not for me.
Yeah, but
I get the mood setting, we're pulling you into the story.
I understand why you wouldn't do it, and I was getting really angry at the show. I was super frustrated hit midway through because it kept repeating the same information over and over again, and I'm like, and each time the episode ended, because it went through one iteration of it. It's not like they were doing multiples at once, like multiple time loops. Mm-hmm. They just focused on one, and it get to the end. He can't stop her from restarting summer, and then to the next episode over and over again. And then, like I said, by like 7th episode, I was like, I get your show. Okay, you got me so mad, and you got me so frustrated, and you got me in the time loop kind of thing. I actually respected the effort they actually and the time that they put into getting that feel across of the time
I would
loop.
love to see, not love enough to actually look into it, but I would love to see the viewership ratings for those episodes in real time. So, like, on the 7th episode, like, there's got to be a drop-off.
So that's my whole question. There's no way this works in a
every week. One episode a week, yeah.
No way. No, but doing it, binge-watching them, really works, because that's what I did.
You can just get through it really quick.
Because you just watch episode, and you can notice you can get that feeling. Like it
probably works a lot better that way, I would say.
It does work way better, because I know.
The only thing I would say is maybe they had such a following in Japan from the first series, 14 episodes, that when they showed the second run with those extra episodes, with those summer episodes added, maybe they had such a big fan base that they were like, F it, let's have fun with it.
But were those 8 episodes in the first run?
I think so. I don't know.
I mean, they were probably in the first run, I would argue, because that's pretty much the highlight, not the highlight as in the best part of the show, but like that is what they're trying, that's their big magnus open for the series, you know what I mean? There are these 8 episodes of this time loop, and how they slightly change things over and over and over and over again.
I don't think that's a trailer for the show, you know what I mean?
No, but that's obviously the part that the creators wanted to focus on the most.
Maybe. I think it all depends if who's in the first 14 or not. If it was, then yes.
That's what I mean. No,
if it was, then you're 100% right. If it wasn't, then I think it was just them saying, we got a fan base, let's have fun with it.
Yeah.
And let's play a little trick
That's why I'm a little curious. But, like,
we'll never know.
No, we're not doing the research. We don't do research on this show.
Anything else you want to add to the summer thing?
No, it was... The problem with it, I'll say this, it is very nothing happening. You know what I mean?
The whole show.
Yeah, like, the whole show spins its wheels, especially that one, because it's just them doing the same summer activities over and over again. Yes. Nothing actually exciting has happened.
But the whole show's pretty much that.
Right. It's certain, except for a few episodes here and there. And
I would go so far and not even say a few episodes, a few points in episodes. And maybe 1 or 2 episodes for the whole episode.
That's fair, too. But there's a lot of good ideas here.
There's a lot. So what's crazy is, like, I totally get the mood setting and drawing you in for the slowly paced, and they did a good job of that, except it's 28 episodes. That's too long for a slowly paced anime like this.
Yes.
You can't do that long. It's too much for me.
But the even worse part is it the fact that I don't think this show is bad by any means. I think they just focus on the wrong things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because even when they focus on the things that drove me insane...
Well, I guess that makes it bad, right? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but, like, it was still executed well. You know?
Yeah, good execution.
The slice of life stuff you would think is bad, but it's not really that bad.
That was better than most of the other stuff.
Like you said, the comedy in this still is pretty damn good considering.
It was good. There's a point where... There's multiple points where he's taking photos of the redhead, and she's in a bunny outfit, she's in a maid outfit, or this or that outfit, and he's got them all saved, and... what's her name, Haruhi, wants him to upload them to their website to kind of attract people. Yeah. And he's like, no, absolutely not. It's f***ed up. It's obviously against her will. They're very suggestive photos. And he goes to delete them and he makes a file for him. And he saves it for himself for later. And it's not a joke. It's just so f***ing funny. Even though it's not a joke. And then it comes up again later.
Yeah.
Where he's like on the computer looking at those photos. And the redhead walks in and is like, hey, what you looking at? And he's like, oh, shit!
And that's another thing about the show. If the episodes are played in order, you know that frog suit that came in that they wore during the summer thing?
I don't know if I saw that episode.
Like,
I told you I skipped a bunch.
The time skip has the same set of events in each one, and one part of this of the time loop thing is they get a part-time job where they're all in frog suits.
Oh, yeah.
Their pay for it is that frog suit. If you watch them in order, that frog suit is in the classroom in the later episodes.
So I wonder if that's a mix-up with the upload that we had, or if it's just the creator
maybe
with us.
Maybe.
That could be a thing.
Because there's a lot of little callbacks and touches to other episodes in it. Mm-hmm. So everything still feels connected. It feels like the story is not bad. It's just...
It's not well put together.
Yeah. It's frustrating.
Like, the creator had great ideas, had a great premise, and he's just not the execution.
Right.
He should have given it to someone else.
It's so frustrating because there's a good anime really wanting to come out here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame.
But back to him and his comedy and his inner dialogue, there's a bunch of moments like that are really funny.
Yes.
There's a different moment, not with his inner dialogue, but with the, this is probably my favorite moment of the show, but with the Esper, where they're sitting on, I don't remember what episode it was, but they're on top of the roof talking to each other about something, about the events. It's towards the end of the episode. And the Esper's looking at him as the main character's talking to him, and then he's talking back. He's looking closer. And he zooms in on the mole on the back of his neck. And it's never brought up again. He just, focuses on this mole, and the camera zooms in on it, and it's just hilarious.
Yeah, it does that a lot. For some reason, they just hold on scenes for no reason. And I can't understand why they're there, or what their purpose is, but we're holding on... technically the last...
I was cracking up when I saw that. He just kept looking at this dude's mole.
For some reason,
then it cut away.
For, the last episode, technically the last episode of the season, not the one that we got, but the one I was talking about earlier, there's a good 5 minutes of them just holding on the alien girl, flipping through a book with noises in the background.
Yes.
For no reason.
For a minute.
Yeah, it's why are we holding on this? What's the point of it?
And sometimes it's funny. I didn't laugh at that one.
No.
But I laughed at the mole one. And
right.
Sometimes it's not. But, when it landed, it landed.
Yeah, so I don't understand this show.
I don't either.
But it was hard to watch. But I also wanted to watch it.
Some episodes.
Yes.
Other episodes, I hated it.
Yeah, I know. Some episodes just why am I watching this? And then other episodes now I can't stop watching this. I gotta find out what the hell's going on.
Another summer episode. Gotta watch the next one.
Yeah, but not even that.
I see what you mean.
There was one episode where one of the kids just disappeared.
Yes.
And then they go into an alternate dimension. They fight a giant flea thing. It's what? And then another episode, they're having a video game fight.
Yes. So what's something I actually wanted to touch on is there's a lot of episodes which are self-contained, and you think you're never going to see the other characters again, and then there's you will see them again. So the computer team club, the EV whatever club that is. The one kid goes missing after a while.
Yeah.
And they have to go find him.
That's what I was just talking about.
Yeah. But it's it's a tie-in, and it's done good. Most animes would get a whole new character that went missing.
Yep.
And then they'd find him, and then that character would be gone forever.
And they go looking for this kid, and their first introduction to them is the Harmy going in there, blackmailing them for sexual harassment and stealing their computer.
We're almost done with the review for the most part, but that's something we got to touch on for sure. Is how much of a piece of shit she is.
Oh my god, she's...
So they got their club, and she's like, we need a computer. For whatever reason.
For reasons! Just because I want a computer this day.
So they go to the computer club, and she's like, you guys got all these computers. You don't need them all. Give me that one.
The best one you have.
The best one you have. And he's like, we're not going to give you the best one we have. What are you talking about?
We're not going to give you a computer at all.
So she grabs the redhead girl, and grabs the guy she's talking to, the head of the club, and takes his hand and makes him grab her tit.
Puts his hand on her tit and then takes pictures of it.
And is immediately saying blackmail. Either you give us that computer or everyone's going to get these photos. And she just keeps taking photos and keeps pushing them.
Oh my god, she sexually assaults this girl. And the girl is there willingly because she's a time traveler from the future. And she's
got a crush on the main guy.
But
go ahead.
But she's there because she needs to be there because that's her job to watch over this omnipotent, crazy teenage girl who's sexually assaulting her every other episode. Go ahead.
I also wanted to bring up, this is a bit separate, but completely separate, with the time-traveling redhead. that gets sexually abused all the time. She apparently has sex with the main character off screen sometime in the future. Because there is a 3 to 5 year older version of her that comes into the show at some points. And the very first time she showed up, she was like showing him her tits. Like, hey, it's me. You know me. I'm just an older version. Like, look at this mole on my breast. And he's like, what are you talking about? I've never seen that mole. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, we've done things. And he's like, what? And she's like, oh, you, we haven't done those things yet.
Yeah. But they also kind of retcon that a little bit later, because once he knows about it, he finds out about the mole by looking at those photos on the computer.
Yes. But she also said that they've done things, so they do have sex in the future at some point. But
is it now a time paradox? Because now she told him maybe it doesn't happen because he already looked at it.
Well, that's completely true.
Yeah, so who knows? But you know what I do like about this show? They have time travelers and stuff like that, but none of that matters.
It's all irrelevant.
It's all around. It's like, okay, she's a time traveler. It's her time travel stuff. It's just background plot. This is what we're doing this episode. We're gonna go catch butterflies this episode.
All right. You want to keep going?
It's a crazy show.
It's a crazy, uninteresting, interesting show.
Yes. It's very unique in it.
It's got that randomness.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually funny.
But what's funny is his dialogue and how deadpan it is, and like the situations with his dialogue, not the jokes from any other character.
Yeah, no.
So it's it's funny anime.
Yeah.
It is actually funny though. I can't give it an 8 because it's not good.
I'm not giving it an 8.
But it's not middle of the road. I liked it, but I hated it.
I think I'm at a 6.
I think a 6.
I think it's a 6, solid 6, which is odd because usually when we hate something like this much, it's not even close. But
what's wild is it's equally good.
Yeah, it's equally good as it is bad. In a good way, kind of.
And how rare is it for comedy to land?
Yeah, and it definitely gets points for actually being a comedy that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was interesting. I wish they would do a Dragon Ball Z Kai version of it, where you're trimming all the fat, and you're leaving the funny good shit. They did that, I'd watch it again, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whew.
All right, we are spinning for... Oh, wait, we gotta compare.
All right, so we got Tsunere. You know what that is.
Nope.
It's Archery Boys.
Oh, okay. Christ, so wildly homoerotic.
The Master of Ragnarok.
I don't remember that. That's 3.
Actually, there's 5 in this because this was the one that...
Well, we gotta write this shit down.
I have it in my head.
Okay.
Do you want to just get a piece of paper and pen?
No.
I don't think so.
I want you to.
It's your house. I don't know where anything is.
Continue. Galaxy Railway,
Master of Ragnarok, Tsunere. That time we got reincarnated as a slime.
That's not last.
No, unfortunately. And Trigun.
There's so many.
That time we got reincarnated as slime, which I'm assuming it's either that or this one as 2 and 3 for you. Because you don't like the...
I think I'll do slime as a second, but if they did do a Kai version of this where they trim the fat and all that, this might be number 1.
Yeah, maybe.
It could honestly be number 1.
It could be.
So, slime, this.
Then we got Archery, Master Ragnarok. And
Archery, somehow, Master Ragnarok, and then Railways.
Railways is last. That's fine.
Although, I'm vaguely remembering the Archery one and Master Ragnarok. So I'm just, that's kind of tentative. It could be either or.
Master Ragnarok was the kid who got trapped in the past, essentially, with the cell phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that one first then. But it wasn't good.
No, it was terrible. It was harem.
Yeah. Although, arguably, this was a bit of a harem.
No, but it wasn't, though.
No, it wasn't.
Because, yeah, the time traveler girl liked them.
That was kind of it, actually.
Yeah, the other ones did not.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, anyway.
Your order.
Huh?
Your order.
Well,
Same?
Yeah, it's the same.
Alright, that's fine.
Obviously, Trigun's my favorite anime,
yeah.
So it's going to be number 1.
We're spinning for category U. There's not a lot of U left. All the names look pretty trash. Hopefully we get a pick so we can get the least trash one. Hopefully we're not getting a pick. Oh, we might. Yes, we got TJ's pick.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Go ahead.
Pick is not within the thing.
Oh, so we have to take that out and spin again?
Yeah.
Or do we leave it in?
Because I'm not wasting my pick on...
Do we leave it in?
I'm good. I'm not going to waste my pick on
I would. If I got a pick, I would use it right now because I don't want to.
No.
Anyway, that's fine.
If you get a pick, you can waste it.
You use it before the end of this alphabet because next wheel.
Yeah, that's true. There's a couple of those. There's nothing in here.
There's not a whole lot after you. Oh, no, I'm not saying there's a lot in here. but there's not a whole lot after you. So
There's a lot still in W that's interesting.
That's fine. All right, spend one more time. Right past Shawn's choice. We got Upate?
Upate. You party.
Find out. Let me see. Yes.
Not you. 10 episodes.
Action comedy. 10 episodes. That's not terrible.
Not terrible now.
The cover art is a bunch of, I would say middle schoolers, but who knows, girls in their school outfits jumping with a lot of leg being shown and with an assault rifle.
I'm getting very Battleship Girls feel.
I'm getting, yes, but I'm getting like more badass middle schoolers that use guns.
Oh no. Read it. Read it.
Funko, Ichiroku, Iru, Shigu, normal elementary school girls.
Elementary.
There you go. That's way too much like for anything under like 17. Really 18. I'm not trying to come on as a pedophile. So elementary,
what's that, 10? 12?
11. My son is in 4th grade, and 5th grade is the highest elementary goes. Some schools are only 4th. So 11 and 12 at most. Maximum.
Go ahead. Elementary girls.
In a normal school, except that is a weapons school. And, comma, oh, well, I'm sorry. Let's start this over. There's a lot of commas. Funko, comma, Ichiroku, comma, Iru, comma, Shigu, comma, normal elementary school girls in a normal school, comma, except that is a weapons school, comma, end, comma, in, comma, fact, comma, they are all weapons. What is with all those commas?
See? It is Battleship Girls. Because
they are weapons.
Yep, they are weapons.
I mean, you got it. Upate, I can't know how to pronounce it, is a slice-of-life story revolving around the lives of several middle school girls, or elementary apparently, and their school adventures. The fact that the girls happen to be
morphinizations.
The f***?
It's like humanized versions of something like... Like
of real military assault rifles means the series centers around the analogizing of rifle components to body parts, while the relatively strengths and weaknesses of the particular weapons are portrayed as personality traits, even as the show provides the viewer with lessons on modern combat arms. I'm going to be critical because I like guns.
I can almost guarantee you this started out as a dating sim because...
Oh, that's funny.
Because I know for a fact, because I did the research, Battleship Girls was based on a dating sim.
Oh, that would be funny. You should do that on this one. I'm going to be critical. I like guns. So if the girl with a nasty attitude is a 50 caliber, you. She needs to be big and muscly.
So how likely is it that a girl can be a gun?
I mean, it's not likely. But we're talking in the context of this anime.
On the bright side... It's only 10 episodes.
That's only 10.
On the bad side, it's got that Beth comedy tag. Even though the last one was funny, this one's probably not going to be.
Watch the, each episode be an hour.
Oh, no. That's going to be normal.
Alright, guys.
Upote.
Next episode. See ya.
Bye.